Friends, today I am going to show you the full explanation of a best Korean movie, Train to Busan. So, let's start the explanation. The start of the movie shows a truck approaching a toll booth as it is being sanitized, with several workers in hazmat suits cleaning the area. Then, while passing a truck toll booth, the driver is distracted by his ringing phone and accidentally runs over a deer. After he inspects the scene, he gets back in his truck and drives off. However, the deer staggered to his feet despite the crash, revealing it to be infected. Meanwhile, in Seoul, Sok-woo is a busy fund manager who barely has time for his daughter Soo-in, let alone his divorce. A stressful day at work, and coincidentally the same birthday present he bought for Soo-in last year. And when he talks to his daughter Soo-in, she reveals that she wants to visit her mother in Busan. Sok-woo is reluctant at first because of work, but he shows up because of work, and out of guilt, Sok-woo books the next KTX train to Busan the next morning. Early in the morning, Sok-woo drives Soo-in to the station, only to nearly crash into an oncoming group of ambulances and police cars. He comments that something bad is happening, but goes to the station regardless. As the train prepares to depart, a spasmodic young woman boards the train with a huge bite wound on her leg. Outside the train, the station manager then signals the KTX to leave. A train attendant comes across the infected woman and tries to revive her, only for the woman to complete her transformation. The zombie then grabs the attendant by the neck, who panics and runs to the baseball team's car. The two then fall to the floor, both now zombies. Zombies run towards the upper compartments and infect everyone in their path. Sok-woo wakes up and notices that Soo-in is missing from her seat. Soo-in unknowingly walks downstairs. Sok-woo runs in the opposite direction and finds Soo-in standing in front of an oncoming group of zombies. He catches her, and their team gives chase, but Sok-woo successfully reaches his compartment and tries to barricade it, almost killing Sang-woo and Seong-kyung in the process. The survivors struggle to barricade the door, which makes zombies think they're not there. The conductor assured the survivors over the intercom that the train would not go to Busan, but stopped at the Daegu station, as he is informed that the military has been sent there. Yeon-suk calls his company friends to ask about Daegu's situation, which Sok-woo overhears, and it assumes that all passengers arriving in Daegu will be forcibly quarantined. He makes a private call to a colleague and convinces him and Soo-in to pick them separately so they won't be quarantined. The train then arrives at the abandoned Daegu station, and Sok-woo takes Soo-in to the east exit where they will be picked up, while the others head to the main exit. The homeless man follows Sok-woo, hearing his phone call. The three go down the hallway where they see a soldier in the distance. Freed, Sok-woo tells Soo-in to stay where she is, and she rushes to the soldier for help, only to find him injured. A group of infected soldiers corner, trample and devour him as the soldier pleads with them to help him. Sok-woo, still inside the station concourse and facing zombies, tells Soo-in to run. He does so and bumps into Seong-kyung and Sang-woo, who are returning to the train with the others. Seong-kyung runs to the platform with Soo-in, while Sang-woo fights Sok-woo, Yong-guk, and two other baseball players. Once they manage to lock the exit doors, they run towards the train. When Yong-guk's two friends reach the platform, they are attacked and infected. Meanwhile, Jin-hee, Yeon-suk, and a few others successfully board the train, while Yong-guk, Sok-woo, and Sang-woo successfully climb into a safe compartment. Sang-woo calls his wife and realizes she is trapped in the bathroom with a few others. In the process, they discover that zombies are blind in the dark and only react to sound. They use this to their advantage and manage to rescue them, and they all run together to the first compartment, where Yeon-suk, Jin-hee, Young-gil, and the manager. Yong-guk texts Jin-hee that they've rescued the survivors and heads to his compartment. When she happily tells the others, they react with hostility, and the team decides to lock their compartment doors to prevent entry. With the door locked, Yong-guk tries to break it down, while Sok-woo and Sung-woo fight to stop the zombies from entering the other side. Realizing there isn't enough time, Sung-woo asks Sok-woo to take care of his wife and leave her behind to distract the zombies. Sok-woo tearfully apologizes and walks out the door, dragging Soo-in and Seong-kyung toward the barricaded door. The locked door is broken open and the survivors enter the compartment safely. There is a second door inside the compartment, which they close. In-gil isn't fast enough though and is eaten. Realizing that Sung-woo and In-gil might have survived if the group hadn't blocked the door, Sok-woo angrily punches Yeon-suk and demands to know why he did such a thing. Unwilling to answer, Yeon-suk lies to the others and insists that Sok-woo and his allies are infected. Barricading the door instilled fear within the primary group. They lead Sok-woo and the group that just entered the compartment, now joined by Jin-hee, into the hallway between the compartment and the conductor's car. Once they are forced out, Yi and Suk and the others use their neckties and shirts to tie knots and prevent them from returning. Young Gil, still shocked and silent at seeing his sister die for no reason, notices in Gil's face in the crowd of zombies at the door window. She tells her infected sister that she has lived a long and fulfilling life and realizes that the compartment group's actions led to her sister's death. Out of anger and defeat, Young Gil opens the door, allowing zombies to flood the safe compartment. However, when they approach a station before Busan, the train is derailed by track debris. The conductor informs the remaining survivors on the train over the speaker that he will find another train on a blocked track to Busan and they should follow him, but wish them luck because they have to get off the train and cross zombie-filled tracks. He exits his cockpit and finds an empty passage, successfully discovering a cargo train. He started it and started down the track towards Busan. Sok Woo and the others exit the train, and unbeknownst to them, Yi and Suk survives the horde of zombies in the compartment.
Suddenly, a burning freighter rushes towards them, and Jin Hee and Yang Gook are separated from the group as the runaway freighter approaches hits a train car, which falls and blocks their path. Yi and Suk enters the car and throws Jin Hee behind him, sacrificing him to the zombies. Yang Gook fights off the zombie and collapses to the ground, clutching Jin Hee in his arms. Yi and Suk ignores them and runs towards the freight train, opening the door. Yi and Suk runs to the cargo train, but twists his ankle on the tracks, and is bitten by one of the zombies following him. The conductor gets out of the car to help, but Yi and Suk betrays him and throws him to the zombies like he did Jin Hee. He ignored the conductor's cries for help as he boarded the train alone.
Meanwhile, the homeless people, Soo-in, Sok Woo, and Seong-kyung are on the other side of the wreckage, trapped under a train full of zombies. There is a danger that the windows of the train will break at any moment. Sok Woo finds an opening under the train and begins to climb under it. However, the homeless man sacrifices himself to the zombies at the last minute, giving Sok Woo enough time to clear the debris and Seong-kyung and Soo-in to escape. They rush to the cargo train and climb onto its outdoor platform. Sok Woo approaches the cockpit but turns back to see Yi and Suk in the conductor's seat, milky-eyed and infected. Sok Woo starts fighting with the zombified Yi and Suk and almost falls off the edge of the car. He manages to throw Yi and Suk out of the car but notices his injuries. He puts Soo-in and Seong-kyung in the cockpit and tells them how to use the brakes once they reach Busan Station. He then tries to leave the car, but Soo-in begs him to stay, and reveals that on the day of his recital, she didn't finish singing Aloha Oi because she didn't see Sok Woo in the audience. She had saved the song for her father. As the infection spreads, Sok Woo walks to the end of the train car in tears, clutching his bloody hand. He slowly approaches the back of the train, fighting an infection, and begins to think back to when Soo-in was a child. He laughs with joyous sky before falling on the track, or jumps out of the car to kill himself to keep Soo-in and Seong-kyung safe. The train car finally reached the tunnel leading to Busan Station. However, the track is closed due to debris. The two get out of the car and start walking down the tunnel, not realizing that the Busan military is watching them on the other side. A sniper reports their sighting to his superiors and is told to shoot them, as they cannot tell in the dark if they are infected. Just as the sniper is about to pull the trigger, Soo-in mournfully starts singing Aloha Oi to walk the tired Seong-kyung to the end of the tunnel. Hearing her singing, the soldiers realize that they are not infected and rush to their aid.